Did you know the reason most businesses fail isn't for lack of passion, but for lack of clarity and action? Having a dream is great, but without a plan, it's just a wish. Today, we're going to talk about how to turn your passion into profit with faith-filled, actionable steps that align with God's purpose for you right now. Hey, friend, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome back. I'm Emily. I'm a certified Christian life and business coach, so make sure that you hit subscribe so we can stay connected and check out all the links and the resources down below in the description of this video. Let's get into it. If you've been feeling stuck, knowing that you're called to something greater, but unsure where to start, you are not alone. Starting a business is very overwhelming. And if you're an overthinker like me, hello, analysis paralysis. You can get out of that and you can approach launching and starting and thinking of this with intention, with discipline, and with habit stacking and different ways to bite off this huge, overwhelming project into something that you can actually manage and launch. In today's video, we are going to dive deep into the exact steps you need to take to turn your God-given dreams into a thriving business that serves others and ultimately honors Him. So many Christian entrepreneurs start with this fire in their hearts, this fire in their belly, but quickly find themselves overwhelmed, directionless, and just paralyzed by indecision. Trust me, I know. I've been on this entrepreneur journey for over a decade, and I know that I have felt the same things you may be feeling. Maybe you've said things like I have. I don't know where to start. I have so many ideas. I don't know what to begin with. What if I'm not cut out for this? What if I fail? What if no one buys? Yada, yada, yada. I've been there, but here's the truth. God has already equipped you with everything you need. And when we align our goals with Him, He provides the clarity and strength, the discernment, the harvest that we need to keep being persistent and keep moving forward. Turning your passion into profit starts with 3 fundamental steps. Number 1, define your vision with clarity. You need to know where you're going. You need to create a plan once you have that first step made. So take time to pray and seek God's guidance on what your business should look like. Who is it you're serving? What is the ultimate problem that you're solving? That is the biggest question. What are you solving? It could be anything. If I was selling like faith-based pencils, I'm solving the problem that someone needs something cute and aesthetic to write with. People buy that, okay? So what is the problem that you are solving? This helps you formulate the vision that you have for your business. Why are you passionate about this? Why do you even have this idea? Why do you even want to do this thing? This is where your vision takes shape and you actually can work toward that, because when you go back to that single first step, what is the vision? That guides so many choices, that keeps up so many healthy boundaries to keep you focused and determined on pursuit. Proverbs 16:3 reminds us, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Listen, I've been in the boat where I've had all the great plans, I've had the vision, I've had it all, and I just went for it without praying, without seeking God's guidance. And there was a lot of time wasted, a lot of time getting no momentum. Because let me tell you something, if you're not aligned with God, you're not going to get very far. So your first step is to align your vision with His. Pray and seek His discernment. Number 2 is create a simple, faith-filled action plan. What do I mean by this? Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you start breaking up all these steps into tiny steps, bite-sized, as they like to say. Ask yourself, what is one small step I can take today towards accomplishing this task? Every single task can be broken down into more tasks, and that helps you just plug forward without the overwhelm of, I'm going to need a business website, I'm going to need a checkout service, I'm going to need a way to handle customer service and returns. Like, you start jumping into all the what ifs before you even have your business name recorded in the state record. So there's steps to take before worrying about the rest, and that's what you have to stay focused on. I am very type A, so I want to have every single thing done, and I want to think it all the way through. But you know where that has gotten me in the past? Nowhere, literally nowhere. That's got me 4 journal notebooks full of everything I was going to do in that business, everything I was going to accomplish, and no dice, nothing to show for that. So because time happens and time keeps ticking by, and you're just sitting there holding your notebook full of ideas with no action. So you've got to start breaking down your vision into action steps. Look into things, do your research. All those are part of the steps. You procrastinate launching a business website because you're not even sure of the business name yet. You're never going to get there if you don't take the time to focus on that first step. Number 3 is overcome fear and take bold action. So self-doubt and fear are paralyzing, but faith requires action. If we are believers, we should be very practiced at believing in things that we cannot see, correct? So you've got to be able to circumvent the grip that self-doubt doubt has on you to not take action. You have to be willing to take steps without feeling comfortable, because everything about starting a business is going to feel uncomfortable because it's going to push you out of your norm. You're not used to owning a business. You're not used to dealing with the problems that come. You're not used to having to answer all these questions and stay up late and work on that website, work on that checkout service, work on that social media post. You're not used to that. So it's going to take building a habit out to get used to that. And you're going to have to know this is going to cause friction, but the friction is not a reason to stop. And that's where self-doubt and all these negative thoughts come in, because you can start thinking, if this is so hard, then maybe I shouldn't do it. That's an easy way for your brain to be like, oh, great, I don't have to expend any more energy on that. I can just go back to living my normal life, and you'll continue to fill up notebooks about the dreams that you have with no action taking behind them. And before you know it, 10 years are down the road. So we're not going to do that. We're going to take steps in faith. Once you start to take these actions, the overwhelm starts to subside because you realize I'm just putting one foot in front of the other. Yeah, it would be a lot to go walk 30 miles, but if you just start putting one foot in front of the other, you're going to be astonished at how many miles you get done in a day, right? So the thing is, you have to take those steps. Once you have a path and a direction and a plan and a vision, those steps are easy. You just have to keep moving. So here's what I want you to do this week. Number one, I want you to pray over your business. Pray over the idea that you have, even if you haven't started. Take 10 minutes each morning to ask God for clarity, discernment, and productivity. Journal your thoughts, look up scriptures, read God's word, and be in meditative prayer over your business. You have to align your thoughts, your feelings, your circumstances with what God has for you right now to steward. If it's not time to start your business, you're going to have a clear understanding. And if it's time to go, you're also going to have a peace even when you're still feeling unsure. Number two is to set a SMART goal. You want to set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, evaluated, and readjusted. I added an ENR. So we're setting smarter goals. Again, that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, evaluated, and readjusted. For example, instead of saying, I'm going to throw up a social media post sharing what I want to do and see if anyone talks to me, you're going to say, I'm going to sit down and write down all the characteristics of my ideal customer and who that person is, so that when I go on social media, I know exactly who I'm talking to. That's different. And you're also going to set a time on that. You're going to say, I want to post a launch post in 5 days. So for the next 5 days, you are going to work on exactly who you're talking to, what you're talking to them about, and explain the transformation they're going to have by purchasing from you. And that way, on that 5th day, when you are ready to post that post, you are clear on who you're talking to, what you're talking to them about. You're going to get a lot more traction with that. So we're not just going to willy-nilly throw things out into the universe and hope that people are going to catch what you're throwing. That's not going to work. We have to be intentional with every action that we take. And the number 3 step is to take one small step right today, as soon as you get done with this video. Whether it's setting up a business Instagram, researching what your handle could be on social media, if it's writing down ideas, if it's calling your local officials and asking them, what do I need to get a business license? You're going to take one small step today. Remember, building a business is a journey, not a sprint. Trust God's timing. Stay consistent. Keep taking action. And progress, not perfection, is the goal. Take imperfect action. It's the only way you're going to build momentum. If you're ready to dive deeper into faith-filled business planning, I have something so special for you. Subscribe to my Substack newsletter. You can find the link to that below, because I share weekly insights on how to help you align your business with business tools and resources. And I'm actually going to be launching a free community soon. So you want to make sure that you get the inside information when that launches too. Drop a comment below and let me know what dream you're thinking of. What is the business idea that you have? I would love to connect with you and maybe offer some feedback. And if you're really brave, put down the goal that you have for this week so that we can hold you accountable. Stay bold, stay faithful, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.